that's all.
AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.
How can you tell? Because there's no line.
Only ones that have had braids at one time in their life would understand.
What? Is he fuzzy? He got the Bone Thugs fuzz going on.
A little fuzz, little Jim Jones action. You know them niggas from uptown. Them niggas don't like too much on their head when they sleeping. Pause if necessary. You see, OG ain't got nothing to say.
Listen,
like the Bone Thugs fuzz comment is crazy.
I'm just chilling,
Yeah.
man. Listen, y'all two niggas go crazy, man.
He said I had to put my shit on silent because these niggas just, what is wrong with y'all niggas? Yeah. We get like that every now and then. You know that, OG.
Yeah. Click the like button because we're not. What's wrong with y'all? Look, thumbs up if you want AllBall to wear a do-rag when he goes to sleep.
That's over. I mean, you know, when I get my head done next time, but yeah, I mean, for the next week, it's over. What you see is what you get.
Yo, how long is this stage gonna be? How long do you plan to keep the braids?
Shit, I don't know. Don't give me the line probably for a while.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie, just real quick. All the analysts for this game look like they on Ozempic, bro.
Who's up there that's slimmed down all of a sudden?
Everybody. What's the coach that used to coach Herm Edwards? Not Herm Edwards. What's the coach that coached the Colts? He won the championship with them.
Oh, Dungy.
Dungy looked crazy. What's my man that was with the Patriots? The defender that got torched. Remember they caught the ball. The Giants caught the ball on
Safety.
Oh,
I forgot his name. That's crazy.
The safety,
hitter.
Not David Tyree, but who?
No. David Tyree quartered on him.
Caught it on him, but
he's good.
The safety for the Patriots.
Harrison?
Yes. Rodney Harrison.
Rodney Harrison.
Rodney Harrison. Yeah.
Niggas look crazy, man.
Oh, them niggas up there looking real slim. I ain't even popping on yet.
But how? Because Rodney Harrison was chiseled.
Bro, listen.
You seen The Rock? You seen The Rock?
Exactly. These niggas look crazy, man.
You seen the what?
You seen The Rock?
Oh. The beautiful, the lovely, the extravagant Darlene Bryant is in the building. Darlene Bryant, always a pleasure. Good evening, Miss Darlene Bryant.
Darlene V, what up, baby?
What's up, Darlene? You care to explain what The Rock is? What The Rock is doing out here?
Dwayne Johnson.
I'm not mad at that though. He looked crazy before. I'm not gonna like he needed those.
Niggas want to take some of that weight off. Like they want to take some of that weight off as you get older, right? You want to get some of that lean up a little bit, right? Like,
bro, he was roided up, man. You see his legs were the size of me. The Rock looked nuts.
Why always got to be roids and not just niggas living in the gym?
Flea.
The Rock?
Nah, that nigga on Roy's, bro.
Stop.
At 50?
Stop. Flea. He's been on steroids since 1997. Come on with the bullshit. Whatever was the latest breast steroid?
Allegedly.
It's okay.
Allegedly.
With that. Rock, please don't sue us with your $200 billion bag.
We ain't got
Rock been on roids. Yes, thank you. Rock had pec implants. That's a fact. What? Pec implants is crazy.
Niggas be getting their bodies done. I know
Drake denied that, man. Drake denied that.
Got his body done.
Personally?
I'll tell y'all. Yes, personally. I'll tell y'all later.
Wait, no. See, hold on. Oh boy, he said he didn't say I knew somebody. He said I know someone that gets their body done. That means that they continuously do that.
No, they got their body done. I'm sorry. I know a nigga that got his body done. Yeah.
He got his calves done?
Nah. He's flourishing now. Big shout out to my brother.
What is it?
I tell you, no names, but yeah, he got his body done.
He got the
ladies can do it. Why not the fellas, man?
Was like, nah, stop it.
See, if I say something else, whoever watches it, they're gonna know what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna
don't say nothing else. Come on, let's get the show going, man. Come on, let's go.
Hold on. I heard what you gonna say, oh boy. He's gonna blame me. He's gonna blame me like don't promote the fake bullshit.
Nah. Just we, you know what I mean. I don't ain't into blowing nobody up, man.
That nigga got his fucking body done. He's running around here with man boobs. He got rid of the man boobs. Cut it out, man. Nigga got his
We
body.
live.
My
Big
nigga.
Flea.
Biggest
Never
show.
little one.
You got those headphones in. You hear, oh my God. What y'all talking about? We need a football drop.
Dun, 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 dun.
Boy, Page, calm down, man. Yeah, dun.
Yo, I seen a video, right? And it's the dude. Y'all remember Sandlot?
The movie?
Yeah,
Movie
it's classic.
Right. So the catcher, fat white boy, the
Uh-huh.
catcher. So he did a video. He did football ready, baby. He did a video of all the songs from each network, and I didn't realize how different each network is. Like CBS, NFL Network, ESPN, NBC, all of them have different songs. And he did like a dance. This shit was funny. It was funny, but I didn't. I'm only bringing that up because I didn't realize how different each tune was.
Yeah, CBS.
Mm-hmm.
Do y'all hear that static?
No.
Yo.
You staticky.
That's me?
Yeah, I can hear you staticky when you talk.
Wow. I can hear y'all. See, I don't hear it. Say something.
No, I only hear it when you talk.
Actually, you can hear it when I talk as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's talking about the vomit all on his green. I'm seeing on the screen. What green?
He watching the Eagle game.
Oh, whoops. Oh, that green. Duh, the game we're supposed to be talking about.
Seen AJ Green pull up today.
AJ Green?
AJ Brown pulled up today. Big body Rolls Royce came out, double-breasted suit. My son look good. That's Super Bowl money right there. When the Super Bowl come back, you know what I mean?
Come on now. Laturi in the building.
Tory B is here, y'all. Laturia. We here, y'all. I ain't seen Sean Wilson in a while. What up, Sean?
Now we brought up the NFL. Get our real folks in the building.
Well, what up, Well?
Speaking of NFL, go ahead, AllBall.
Y'all still hear it?
Yeah, it sounds bad.
Y'all get started. Put your headphones.
Grab some headphones. All right.
Well, you heard the man. Bim, 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 bim. The NFL is back. Philadelphia Eagles are back to attempt to defend their championship. Super Bowl winners last season. First game this year, they're up against the Cowboys. Obviously, they went through a change with the Micah Parsons trade. Everybody's down on that. We'll get to that in a second. Their Eagles are at home. Now you see them in favor by 7.5. It was 8.5 earlier, so be careful with that, guys. The money's moving. 47.5 over under. Total points spread for the game.
Yo.
Sound good. Sound wonderful, brother.
All right.
Perfect, actually.
Lots on the game going on here as the Cowboys somehow always relevant. I don't know why. I don't know what Jerry Jones did. The Philadelphia Eagles, excuse me. I'm sounding like Gilbert Arenas out here. The Philadelphia Eagles. This is the second Super Bowl appearance in 3 or 4 years? They got the kid.
They've won 2 in the last
10.
The last 8 years,
last
something
5
like
years.
that.
Because maybe 8. When did they beat? They beat Brady, right? Nick Foles.
Yeah, that was a while ago.
Brady.
Yeah. So I think they got 2 in the last 8 years.
Sound about right.
Here come the NFL bots. Get out of here, NFL bot. You are banned. they've been doing their thing. They turned around from when we were kids. Randall Cunningham and them, Donovan McNabb and them. He was absolutely hideous when it mattered most. But this guy, you always were on him all ball quarterback.
Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts. I almost called him Lamar Hunt for some reason. I'm bugging out right now. Jalen Hurts. First thing they said was he wasn't a top 10 quarterback. They had him ranked outside of the top 10. I kind of don't understand that when he's been to 2 Super Bowls already. It's like being a quarterback is different. It's kind of tough, to say the least. Jim Kelly had lost 4, and I'm like, he's still better than Troy.
They lost to the Chiefs. Yeah.
Got
that right? Yeah.
And it wasn't that bad of a game. It was, they young pups. And then they got Saquon wasn't there the first Super Bowl. He was there this past Super Bowl. I'm mad as hell about that because that guy was, come on, stud from the rip, all ball. But you did have, as soon as that news came out, you were like, yo, seriously? He's not top 10? He made it to the Super Bowl? What's your thoughts on if the Eagles could repeat? And we'll get to the Cowboys in a second, but what are your thoughts on the Eagles coming into this season?
I mean, I think they got one of the better chances to repeat. Now, I'm gonna be honest. Parsons, I know we'll talk about that a little bit. Michael Parsons going to the Green Bay Packers. I'm being honest. That makes the Packers very dangerous. We can talk about that probably another time, or we can wait until we see the Packers play. But if you look at that roster, the Packers is kind of loaded. So they're gonna be a dangerous team. But the Eagles, I'm gonna be honest, they probably is the most complete team in the NFL. They got the best running back. They got one of the best wide receivers. Their defense is tough. And I'm being honest, they got the best game manager in the league in Jalen Hurts. He's not going to wow you with his arm. He's not going to make many mistakes. I kind of understand why they didn't have him top 10. But you know how we are. If you just won a Super Bowl or you just came from the Super Bowl, that should put you somewhere in that top 10. But if we're talking talent-wise, then I get it. But like I said, the Philadelphia Eagles is tough. They really rebranded that whole franchise. To the point where it's like it looks like every year they're going to be competing for a Super Bowl. It looks like a fun organization to play for. It looked like guys want to go there. And once again, they got the most complete team in the NFL. I think they do have a opportunity to repeat. Is it going to be them in Kansas City again? I don't know, but I like Philly chances. Barring injury, they tough. But Jalen Hurts, like I said, I like him, but I don't love him. Pause. Do I like him as my quarterback? No, but he gets the job done. And I think in the NFL, the Philadelphia Eagles, they understand. They put the right players around Jalen Hurts. It almost reminds me of when Tom Brady went to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Remember, that championship don't work unless Gronk goes there, Sadie McCoy goes there, AB goes there. They literally built a team around Tom Brady. I think the Eagles organization understands you have to do the same thing with Jalen Hurts. He's not a talent like my guy over there in Kansas City. It's so many great quarterbacks. He's not as good as Lamar. So, they got the right team around him. So I get why Cam Newton and a lot of people didn't have him in the top 10. Because maybe they're looking at it as if, like, if you don't have all that talent around you, are you going to be that successful? But it doesn't take away. He gets the job done. So for me, Philly got the best game manager in the NFL. And I think that position at quarterback, being just a great game manager, is very underrated. Everybody doesn't have to be flashy. Everybody's not going to be Joe Montana, Peyton Manning, or Tom Brady, or Michael Vick. But listen, Jalen Hurts gets the job done. And having the best running back in the league, got to give a shout out to Saquon. He's making the running back position relevant again. Y'all got to remember, a couple years ago, they almost tried to erase that whole position. They didn't want to pay them guys or anything. But now you see that position is very important. And like I said, offense and defense, most complete team in the NFL, man. And barring injury, I see them back in the Super Bowl.
Fleet, what you thinking? Was that like, I don't say such a big deal, but I mean, do you agree or disagree that he should be ranked top 10, 2 Super Bowl appearances, just, aside from winning the Super Bowl? Because I rank that highly. But what do you think about just the ranking and the chances to repeat because of him?
I understand what Cam Newton is saying, right? But I also dislike it coming from him. Cam Newton is a 6'6" quarterback who's the size of D linemen, right? So for you to talk about how you affected the game and then you compare it to Jalen Hurts and calling him a game manager, Cam Newton, we've never seen anybody like you at the quarterback position, ever. So, like, you are an anomaly. The fact that he's been boxed in as a game manager, how is that a slight? Are we here to win or are we not here to win? Right? Are we here to win Super Bowls or are we not? Okay, you're not Lamar Jackson. You're not Patrick Mahomes. You're not Joe Burrow. You're not Josh Allen. All elite from a talent perspective, from an arm perspective, and whatever you throw out there for them, they're gonna make up for it. You give them lemons, they're gonna make lemonade, right? But my thing is, for the guys that are built around but may lack the talent, how do you crucify them when all they're doing now is winning? Right? He's been to 2 Super Bowls in the last 3 years, right? So he knows how to lead his team. He's a great leader. So that's a characteristic and a trait that you want from your quarterback. He got to be able to lead. But now you got the best offensive line in the league. Your defense is stout. Saquon Barkley is the best running back in the league. You fucking idiots, the Giants. Can't believe, I'm still pissed off about that. But in conference too, in division.
Exactly.
Forget conference, in division.
Just read my mind.
We see y'all twice a year. Insane to me. But anyway, it's just I don't like that that Cam said that about dude, right? Now he understands he's a good player, right? I don't think he's not saying he's a good player, but when you talk about talent from that quarterback perspective, like I was mentioning about number 1 overall picks being like affecting winning immediately. When you bring them type of guys in, like I named the Burrows. Burrow's been to a Super Bowl already. He didn't win, but he's been there. Patrick Mahomes been, has won a couple. Or who else did I say? Josh Allen. Josh Allen has been on Patrick Mahomes' heels the last couple of years. And I'm missing a guy. Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, and Lamar Jackson is knocking on the door as well. All of those guys are elite at their position. Jalen Hurts might not be elite, but that's not a slight on him for what he's doing at his position. And he's bringing home hardware. And they're playing deep into the playoffs, right? So I don't when you start comparing quarterbacks, okay, cool. He's not those guys. But aside from Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Hurts got hardware. And he's playing, he's playing in the postseason and he's leading his team. So I can't fully agree with, just putting game manager on him, and that's that. That's for me, that's a slight.
I think to play that poised, as soon as I saw them in the conference finals, the conference championship, the Eagles just looked out of control. That offensive line, once I saw that, is different. That's the first thing you watch, and it's hard to watch football like that because you only have a couple of seconds to watch the offensive line and but you can see the momentum. You can see who's controlling the line of scrimmage, and when you got a quarterback that takes advantage of that, it changes everything. And the fact that he's a game manager, you know why Cam Newton didn't win? Because he wasn't a game manager. That's my problem with anytime he talks a little when he gets out of line. I don't like when Homegirl was on ESPN that was kind of slighting Cam. Cam wasn't a game manager. He wasn't an accurate passer. If he had a Saquon Barkley and he had a system and a organization around that built around him like they did with Philly with Jalen Hurts, we'd be talking about a whole other thing right now. And, he's entitled to his opinion. Obviously, he knows more football than all of us combined, but it's not a reason to knock someone who's been to 2 championships. Like, this is a winning formula. It's just that's hard to really argue against when he's not. He's clearly a star too. Like, the girls go crazy over him, and I forgot who his agent is. I know it's a lady who's he's attached to. But you said it, Flea and AllBall. Like, the way I don't see how he's even with his stardom, getting bigger, he's not trying to overdo that either. And I don't really know of any superstars on the Eagles like that after their championship team. You know what I'm saying? Like, usually there's some. I'm going to Disney World and there's no Tom Brady. There's no super duper They don't have that to them. And I think he leads the way with that until they get football's full of crazy dudes. Until you get a TO over there, whatever, and they got to balance that out. Saquon Barkley's a menace. And the Cowboys just look, from what I'm seeing with their defense, even with that trade AllBall, it was like, it doesn't even matter if they sign a guy or not. You sucked anyway with him on the defensive end. You couldn't stop the run, so forget that. But you still low. You couldn't stop the pass either. And you gave up a whole bunch of points. So pass rushers like that, for me, it's better if they're in the game to impact the game. They don't take up that much of the salary cap. I kind of agree with Jerry Jones not signing him. That's a lot of money for somebody who's not really doing anything outside of the pass rush. And you stink. That's a different. You need to really be careful when you have guys like that on a skill position and they can't impact the game and rush the quarterback. Forget about sacking the quarterback, rushing the quarterback, disrupting the offensive line. They can really stop him on a lot of plays that obviously wasn't helping the Cowboys. So I know it was a big deal, but pass rushers like that, I would pass on them. I guess they have some plan going on. The only thing is Jerry Jones. What the hell has he done over the last 30 years? It's really been 30 years since they won. This shit is worse than anything in any sport right now. This is embarrassing because they're Lakers level, Yankees level attention that they garner to be bummage for 30 years.
That's a joke.
It's bad.
It's a joke. It's a joke. And people still eat it up, right? Like, we talk about us as Knicks fans, right? And how we haven't won anything close to 50 years, right? But they always try to compare us to that fan base, and we're nowhere near that fan base. Not even close. We're not delusional. We don't come in here every year talking about we're going to win a championship. We don't do that. So whoever equate Knicks fans with Cowboy fans, y'all are joke. Like, that's the clown shit. We're nowhere near that. Nowhere near. We understand what it like steps. We understand that certain years we just wasn't good enough. These Cowboy fans and Cowboy teams, fuck the fans, even the teams. Well, you got to think like that, but be realistic. They walk into every season like we're going to win a Super Bowl. That's fucking delusion. Again, OG had Braves for the first time last time they won.
Not even.
Late 90s? What was y'all niggas doing? Come on, like, nah.
Well, Flea, Fabian says something, and I totally disagree. You said, what has Jerry Jones did in the last 30 years? He's kept the Dallas Cowboys relevant, and he's made them the biggest market is probably sport. Like, bro, like, when you talk about sports franchises, and I agree, Flea, horrific. But as bad as they are, for some reason, when you talk about some of the greatest franchises in sports history, of course, you talk Knicks, you talk Yankees. You have some teams in hockey. You have basketball, some teams. But the Dallas Cowboys is up there, and I'm gonna be honest, they might be top 5 greatest franchise in sports history. We may not want to agree with it, but we have to realize Jerry Jones been letting y'all know it's not about football. This is about entertainment and money for him. He gives two you-know-whats about winning a Super Bowl. But Flea, you're correct. They are a joke. I don't understand why people are so enamored with them. I don't get it. But I disagree. A lot of football guys did agree with what you just said, Fabian, with the what Jerry Jones did with Parsons, right? But this is where I disagree. Be consistent. That's all. He's too inconsistent. You played the same game with Des Bryant, ain't want to pay him his money, but then you pay Ezekiel Elliott. You give an average quarterback all this money, and Dak Prescott ain't no top 10 quarterback in the NFL.
Right.
So my whole thing is, why did you pay Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott, but you don't want to pay Parsons?
Right.
And so for me, I get it, but listen, Jerry Jones is a mad scientist and he's a mad genius. I don't agree with nothing he does, but listen, it works. And look at the game they played with CeeDee Lamb before they gave him his money. But the Dallas Cowboys is a joke. And Flea, you're 100% correct. I'm gonna be honest, man. I watch them for entertainment purposes only. Seriously, they
It's a
say the
joke.
same thing every year, and it's a joke, man. It's a joke, and it's just funny. But like I said, they always have a half decent season the first half of the season. Then you know what happens second half of the season, and if they do get to the playoffs, we know what happens. They gonna throw a stinker. But the Dallas Cowboys is a joke, man. Is a joke, and they've been a joke for a long time now.
I think that's what it is, Flea. Like, I agree with Jerry Jones' decision on this, but it's what AllBall said. Like, yo, is the flip flopping in the games that he plays is like, if you did this more consistently, we'd be talking about a different story, Flea. Like, that is the problem with the Cowboys. It is Jerry Jones. We've seen it with Steinbrenner until your Yankees, until Steinbrenner, they sat his ass down and they built the farm. Right.
Get the fuck out the way.
But it allowed the boss to still be the boss and then build the roster up and still go get your A-Rod and overpay everybody else. But you still needed Andy Pettit, Jeter, Posada. I agree with that. That he's crazy, Flea. Jerry Jones is crazy.
Jorge needs to be the next manager for the Yankees, but we can talk about that later.
Really?
I feel like that. We can have that conversation. Get Aaron Boone the fuck out of here. Get out of here.
Yeah,
go away, Aaron. Go away. Go away.
Wow.
I'm
Jerry
sick
Jones,
of him.
Jerry
But
Jones.
yeah, I watched the doc on Netflix, right? Watched all 8 episodes. It was a good watch, right? Couple things I did learn, couple things I felt like kind of just regurgitated. And then the other side of it is you got the point of view from Jerry Jones, right? But my thing is this. For me, I learned the origin of how he got his money, what he was into as a businessman, all that kind of stuff. And from a business perspective, he is elite, right? How his mind works, who's coached him and who's put him in position to make certain business moves and business deals. He's an elite mind when it comes to that at that time. Jerry Jones is 80, y'all. How is he still evaluating talent? How is he still at the forefront of doing deals? Like how?
Please.
How is it? How can he be? How can he do, like we talk about all? I'll go somewhere else. So like even politicians, we got these old ass politicians in the bill. How the fuck could you be 85 years old helping us run the country? No.
Please stay right there. Let me watch this. Who's the star of the Baltimore Ravens?
Lamar Jackson.
Who's the star of the Philadelphia Eagles?
Saquon.
Who's the star of the Dallas Cowboys?
Jerry Jones.
That's the unfortunate part. That's the unfortunate part.
Bro, he listen, man, it's a disease, bro. Listen, this is who he is. He ain't gonna never change. He's the star of the Dallas Cowboys. Plain and simple. And he's never going to give up that seat. He got addicted to that. Bro, remember, him and Stephen A. Smith is almost similar. Bro, they want to be athletes, superstars. They want to be revered like that. Jerry Jones is the star of the Dallas Cowboys. It's not Dak Prescott. It's not CeeDee Lamb. It's not Parsons. It is Jerry Jones. And until he goes, because he's never going to let go of the reins. This is what it's going to be, Flea. This is exactly what it's going to be. And as long as he keep laughing to the bank, bro, he going to be up there 100 years old, bro. Just like God rest his soul, Al Davis, the great Al Davis for the Raiders. Bro, it's going to be the same thing, bro. These dudes can't let go. Can't let go. Jerry Ben gave up about winning Super Bowls, bro. Ben gave that up. Now it's just strictly entertainment. If he could get on the field, he would go on the field and play.
I feel you, Justin.
Yeah, hey, Justin.
Justin.
I don't think it's slight.
Yo, man, we have a whole documentary about the Cowboys. We don't talk once about your pants down, unzipped with 2 white women in the elevator. That don't ever get talked about in the whole documentary. Man, get the fuck out of here, man. He's a clown. Like, I don't like clown shit from him. He's an old clown. Like, I like these young niggas because they clowns and he's an old clown. Yes, he's an old.
I don't like your face when you say that. That's a billionaire clown we're talking about. I like.
Yeah, he's a billionaire.
He's throwing a party out here, man.
How the fuck he don't know about the White House?
What do you mean?
The White House is behind the practice facility, behind the facility, and you don't know about the White House? Jerry, stop fucking playing in our face, man. Stop playing in our face. You don't know what's going on in there? Stop it. Stop it.
Correct.
Huh?
Correct. I don't know nothing.
Get the fuck.
Yo, Jerry's
Okay,
an old school.
Okay, Fabian.
He's an old school oil slinging. Listen, he ain't playing these new school games. He comes from a different era. I like that name, Al Davis, bro. Because he was so iconic and is growing up. I'm like, yo, hold on. The Raiders been trashed my whole life. I've never seen them good. Why is Al Davis? What's the big deal about him? And I didn't look into him. It's just like, oh, the John Madden thing. And okay, they won in 84. That's what they living off of. And it's similar to this 30 years
70s,
ago.
Right? Didn't they have a good run in the 70s?
Yeah.
With John Madden?
Yeah. I thought they lost.
Was Madden still there when Marcus Allen was there?
Nah, because he didn't win with Marcus Allen, I don't think.
You said 84.
Marcus Allen. Yo, Marcus Allen's probably one of the most underrated football players ever.
From that position, from that running back position, for sure.
In general, just football player. Like, I had an argument, I had to concede my man Joe when he said, was arguing Barry Sanders.
You conceded?
I had to.
Why? Tell us more.
Because I think Barry Sanders got this thing in our head where he's just the GOAT, and growing up, there's no way anybody's better. And then you start like, wait a minute, Marcus Allen went from running back to fullback, bro, and he was blocking for Bo Jackson. He's a different level. He plays football. Barry Sanders is a running back. That's it. And he can't do everything Marcus Allen does at running back. Straight up.
Watch your mouth, bro.
I'm not.
Marcus Allen is legendary. Barry Sanders is a different breed, bro.
I thought the same thing. But when you got a guy like that, he's playing two positions. He's blocking for the next running back. Barry's not blocking for nobody. Barry's not going third and goal in the end zone. He's not doing it. Third and short. He's not doing it. You don't want him in between the tackles. Not doing it.
Listen, I'm
not in between the tackles.
Yeah,
Barry Sanders.
Third and short, bro. He's popping back 5 yards, spinning off of you. You want the power back in there. Marcus Allen does it all. All catches out of the backfield.
Let me just say this: if you took a poll from some of these great running backs and you asked them who they GOAT running back, no disrespect, Marcus Allen's name is not coming up, bro. Barry Sanders' name is coming up 9 out of 10 times.
They might not bring up Walter Payton either. They might not bring up a lot of guys that deserve that. Walter Payton's not flashy.
No. People bring up Walter Payton. We ain't gonna do that. We're not gonna do that.
No. Not people. Go back to what the question you just asked. These guys are gonna go back to the highlights. All these guys that play football.
But because we talk about between Marcus Allen and Barry Sanders. We ain't bringing nobody else in it.
No. What I'm saying is that they'll bring up names that come up that are highlight. They'll bring up Emmitt Smith. They'll bring up all the highlighted names. But they won't bring up the guys that are underrated because they're not flashy. Earl Campbell, people like that. They're not gonna bring them up. These new guys,
I disagree. You bugging.
I'm not.
These guys get talked about.
Sure. You bugging, bro. You bugging.
And Marcus Allen is as elite.
I agree. That's the guy that's definitely the guy that I agree with you. He don't get talked about enough for sure.
So we have Barry. Like I used to have Barry Sanders, and it was everybody else. Is what I'm saying. Now I'm like, as I got older, I'm like, yo, there's a lot of guys in this category that. Hold on a second. We gotta. Get everybody.
Adrian Peterson was incredible. You know what I'm saying?
Dennis Tomlinson. Listen, it's a lot, man.
Like there's a lot of that.
For me, if I'm gonna give anybody that crown, it's Marshall Faulk. It like people. He changed the game. He was what everybody was.
He was the first one catching passes out the backfield.
He's not the first one because the guy from the 49ers, I keep forgetting his name, from the 49ers that played with Joe Montana, Roger Craig.
Listen, don't forget my man. Don't forget my man Terrell Davis, man. That's what I'm saying. It's a lot, bro.
But his career got cut short. You know what I'm saying?
I understand, but
Barry Sanders gave you 10 years. Marshall Faulk 10 years.
Forget my man Jim Brown now.
Jim Brown is the Mount Rushmore. Hold on. This is what I'm saying. My bad, Fleet. This is what I'm saying. So when I'm coming from the perspective of I used to just say Barry Sanders, everybody else. But then you go, how about Jim Brown? What are you talking about right now? Like, you got to slow down when you say the same way you told me to slow down Marcus Allen. Hold on. We got to slow down with just go. Hold on. There's a lot of goats out here, man.
Yeah. There's a long list of great running backs for sure. For sure.
It's a long list of great quarterbacks also. We've always had this GOAT conversation. And your man over here, Flea, I found something. This guy, he's incredible. I don't know if he misspoke, but I don't care. We're going to use your footage. I don't know what he be talking about, old boy.
Dude, it's so annoying, bro.
Mahomes is a generational talent. I don't think Tom Brady, I don't think Drew Brees, I don't think Peyton Manning are generational talents. I think Andrew Luck ended up being a generational talent. I don't think there's a ton of them out there.
But so then what? Then how does one, in your eyes, be a generational talent? Because there's not a lot of difference.
Production. Let me chime in here because I love the argument back and forth between y'all. I ain't trying to get in the way of it. But here's the reality. The operative word here is. Do you believe Arch Manning is a generational talent? He could be, but he's not.
Why not?
Not yet. What have you seen to say that he is?
There's no evidence.
There's no evidence.
I think John Elway was a generational talent. I think Patrick Mahomes is a generational talent. I don't think Tom Brady, I don't think.
That's what we started with, John Elway. Okay.
So, hey, Flea, did you see homie face though? You brought up the Manning, and I like what Stephen A. Smith said. And did you see homeboy face?
Who, Olowski?
Yes, did you see his face? It was almost like blasphemy when Stephen A. Smith said, "What has he done?" They are already deeming his kid. But go ahead, Fabian. I'm sorry, but I
no, go keep going. Keep going.
No, I love what Stephen A. Smith did because Flea, you talked about it the other day, and I got to give you kudos, and you're 100% correct. A guy like Manning, he ain't all that. And no disrespect, if he was a brother and he underachieved, he would be getting the Shador Sanders treatment. That young man is okay. Regular weed, bro. I'm sorry. That last name holds a lot of weight, but let's talk about
like what you did, Greg.
Let's talk about scrams, man. I'm gonna be honest.
Haven't you ever heard that in years? Oh,
yeah, I don't even want to say his name because he's starting to be real annoying. It just seems like now he's just doing clickbait. Right. I think he's he's Shannon Sharp, she's going to decline, and maybe he's trying to jump in that slot because to say now I half agree. Tom Brady didn't come out like a John Elway, a Patrick Mahomes, right? But to say Peyton Manning isn't generational talent is insane.
Out of college.
It's insane, Flea.
Yeah.
It's like
great quarterback. Generational talent are two different things. Great quarterback and generational talent are completely two different things. Peyton Manning is a great. I hate to cut you off, but we acting like he said something crazy just now. What the fuck made y'all think Peyton Manning was? Bro, we labeled him as a regular season quarterback for almost a decade. Almost a decade. We labeled him as a regular season quarterback.
Stay there. Now stay there. No, stay there. What was he doing in them regular seasons, bro?
Going off. I'm not saying nothing. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying he wasn't. I'm saying that generational talent means that you come out as one of the best. One of the best. All your characteristics say you don't turn into a generational talent. I don't agree with that.
Flea, Peyton Manning came out from college. Talent. Bro, Peyton Manning coming out of college, bro, that ceiling was ridiculous. He was coming out looked at as that. Looked at that. Now, if you believe once he got to the NFL or however many years it took him to achieve that, then you have an argument there. But you can't tell me him in Tennessee going into the draft, you didn't say that's the bad mother, you know what. Bro, I listen. I'm just saying homie is starting to sound ridiculous every time he opens his mouth, bro. Like he really does. And it's to the point now where I want to watch that whole clip probably tomorrow because I I pray and hope they wasn't saying the young Manning kid is generational talent. Is that what the conversation was?
It had to be. Why else would you bring that up? Because to me, again, even with Shador, we're like, you asked me the other day, was he a starter in the NFL? And I'm like, whoa, no, I don't. Right now, he can't be. That guy, how far is he from being a starter in the NFL if he's barely a starter in college? And Flea's always saying the steps and progression. These guys need, especially with football, they need to progress differently. What is he shown to be? He wasn't even starting last year. But it was in and out. Him and the other guy was in and out. I don't even know who the hell the other quarterback was last year.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
The guy from Georgia was nicer than him. These are guys, and none of them have we called generational. But Flea, I disagree with you. Peyton Manning was generational out the gate. Edgerrin James and
Marvin Harrison.
Marvin Harrison.
It's a damn good team.
Right, but they only won 3 games the first year. But after that, we talking about record breaking. We talking about
Marshall Faulk gets some of that love in there. He's
No. They traded Marshall Faulk and they drafted Edgerrin James the year before.
Edgerrin James traded Marshall Faulk to the Rams.
Yes, because Marshall Faulk was in the championship against Pittsburgh, but Peyton Manning.
And Marshall Faulk on that team that won. They beat Tennessee
in college.
Tennessee won. Who won that Super Bowl? I'm in my mind. I'm seeing Torrey Holt. Trying to stretch to the end zone, or who, was that vice versa? Somebody in the comments. My memory is not
greatest show on turf. Kurt Warner, Torrey Holt, Isaac Bruce.
Bruce. Yeah.
That was the Rams, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Was Aeneas on it? Aeneas Williams.
There you go.
Peyton Manning was, and I critique him. Like I thought at that time in that decade, I thought Peyton Manning, A-Rod, and LeBron suffered from the same thing where they got these super duper generational talents, and then when it's crunch time, they don't show up. That's what the knock on them was. But as far as who's better than that guy, like Eli they're like bizarre. He's the bizarro Peyton whip. Eli was kind of like mid in the regular season, but postseason, Eli was like this superstar stud, mad poise, and Peyton was the opposite. He is the epitome of when you see him second year in college and you go, oh yeah, he got it. There, he has a command of the team, of the field, of the players, the offensive line, the play calling. Who's better than Peyton Manning at play calling and audibles and pointing at the middle? And the theater behind Peyton Manning is amazing.
Overhyped. That shit is so overhyped.
It is.
Montana. Hey, shut the fuck up. The fuck out of here.
Yo, you in hater mode. He got a commercial off that right now. 40 years later. What's wrong with you?
I love that.
The pop two.
Yeah, I love that.
Did y'all hear how Ray Lewis broke it down though? And said every time he played against Peyton Manning, all that shit was bullshit.
Right.
He was like just buying time, but he said whatever he called, let's say with under 6, 7, 8 seconds, that was the play. But let me ask y'all a question, because I don't think this is said enough. I like the young man. I ain't got nothing against him, but I think Andrew Luck was overrated. Now I know he had an injury, but Flea, the way you feel about Peyton Manning, that's the way I feel about Andrew Luck. Like people went berserk. They say he was the next Peyton Manning. I don't know what they was talking about. Maybe because of his size.
And he came from Stanford. He's a smart dude. So they had this. They had this thing about he was a hell of a player at his position.
Yes,
but overhype is what you're saying. I totally agree. They leaned in more to that dude is a smart guy and he's gonna come in here and just make up for everything Peyton did. And to be honest, he didn't. Once his back went, it was over.
So you can't say Andrew Luck is a generational talent and Peyton Manning isn't. That doesn't make no sense.
Well, but
I mean, neither was Drew Brees. San Diego got him the fuck out of there. Goodbye.
So no, that's a good example of what I was going to argue. Thank you, Flea. Another one you served me up right. Boom, out the park, Dominicano style. Drew Brees tore his shoulder in San Diego, smacking him. Drew Brees tore his shoulder in San Diego. They wanted to trade him to Miami, but he ended up in New Orleans. He could have had a Damian Tomlinson. That was dumb, but they drafted what's my guy? Not my guy. I didn't care for him. He was another guy.
Wait, who?
Drew Brees. San Diego drafted the guy instead of Eli Manning.
Oh,
he has 20 kids.
He got all the kids. He got a
Why do we know him for that?
Yeah,
I
Phillip
know for
Rivers.
that. Phillip
We said it at
Rivers.
the same time. We said it at the same time.
Phillip
Phillip Rivers.
Phillip Rivers.
Phillip Rivers.
Drew Brees tore his shoulder, ended up being way better than Phillip Rivers. Drew Brees was tough. Yeah, bro. And what he lacked was size. So that's my
From
thing.
a numbers perspective, Phillip Rivers was like,
But he was a legit
he
quarterback.
never won.
Insane.
Yeah, he never won. But from a numbers perspective, and having Antonio all those years, that helps. But
Your Gates.
yeah, Gates, yeah. Phillip was nice.
He was nice, but I thought he did the Peyton Manning shit where he would always falter. I seen him falter when it was crunch time. And they had that team that they threw an interception against the Patriots 09. I think they should have played us. That was all him. And LT kind of always had an injury mysteriously when it mattered most. But that's neither here nor there. Drew Brees is not generational. It was him, Peyton, Tom.
I don't think Drew Brees was generational. Nah.
I didn't.
So
he has a huge arm. Like Breeze's arm is huge, right? Huge where like we're talking about a Peyton Manning, right? We talk about how big of an arm Peyton has. But Peyton is what? 6'3", 4'5". That's a big quarterback, right? Drew Brees is a little guy that had a fucking cannon. So,
but how far apart is he from being the best? If it's Tom Brady, it's Peyton Manning every year. Brett Favre is in and out because he's up and down. But even Phillip Rivers, he flirts. But who else is in that conversation back then? And is that to your point? Where is it? Well, you ain't generational, bro. Because if you were, you wouldn't. It wouldn't be a conversation with Tom Brady and Peyton Manning. So, but I didn't. We still didn't expect him to be that good. I think he's in that convo. Like back then at his peak, I think bro, it was tough to take him down. Yeah, like Cam Newton,
hard to tackle that dude,
bro. He held on to the ball for too long a lot of times. But Cam Newton should have been watching some Ben Roethlisberger tape, bro. Because Big Ben was hard to take down, and he was a game manager at first when he had Jerome Bettis over there. That team, oh my God, that Pittsburgh team when Palomalo was there, super tough. Ryan Clark. What the fuck is going on? Because I agree with you, AllBall. Yo, enough is enough, bro. Talk football, man. Like we don't need the whole. Like what happened to that? What happened to that? Like we saw it. I know he's the other side of Shannon Sharp, but he's going the fake political route, the fake everything ain't that serious, bro. He'd be saying wild shit. But to Andrew Luck, how is he generational talent? How did you mark him generational talent? And we never saw it in the NFL. We didn't. He was getting hit too much. The offensive, they did him dirty like David Carr. That was foul.
He couldn't stay healthy.
Yeah.
And, he had the neck injury. But I want to say.
No, he caught a bad break. No. He caught a bad break. Yeah. Be cool.
Real quick, I want to say a name that doesn't get said enough, and I think he's the most talented quarterback in NFL history, and that's Michael Vick. Michael Vick was a video game. When we just talk about from a talent perspective, I'm not talking about the X's and O's. If we're talking talent, if we're talking generational talent, Michael Vick is the greatest quarterback when it comes from a talent perspective. And that's a name that I don't understand how he doesn't get mentioned I'm not talking about wins and losses. I'm not talking about Super Bowls. I'm talking about when we talking generational talent, how the fuck do you say Andrew Luck if Michael Vick is not in that conversation? What the fuck did Andrew Luck do that Michael Vick didn't do?
He was a movie, and we can talk wins and losses. He had the first victory in Lambeau Field in like 60 years. His record in the playoffs was like, it was a crazy record before he lost to the Eagles that year. And they lost like, 13-6.
Bro,
Michael Vick, they were winning.
He was must-see TV, bro. Are you kidding me?
But they were winning, AllBall. This is what I'm saying. No. They were winning without him being a game manager. That's the crazy part.
See, the fact that he was a mobile quarterback, right? That's cool, right? Cool. You fast. You probably as fast as some of these running backs, some of these safeties, right? What did Michael Vick run in the combine in the 40? I would like to know what that was. But my point is that, yeah, he revolutionized that position. Mike Vick could fling that shit too, though. It wasn't like he couldn't fling that shit. He could fling that bitch.
Come on, bro. Nigga throw 70 yarders on these niggas, man.
Bombs. Boom.
They said it was His 40 was 4.33. His time has been clocked as low as 4.25, the fastest ever for
He
NFL
ran up,
quarterback.
let's just say 4.3. He ran
Come
a
on, bro.
4.3 as a quarterback.
Flea, he was Randall Cunningham on steroids, bro.
Right. And Randall's a
Like-
bigger, right?
Right.
Vic was smaller. Yeah, Randall.
So how do you?
Those are
so
two guys that in this era. That's why I hate when people talk. Randall Cunningham went to Minnesota, went to the conference finals, bro. Like it's not like Randall could play pocket quarterback. That's the difference between those two. Mike Vick, he could throw. He had a powerful arm, but he didn't manage the game right for me. But that's what makes him crazy. How do you win? How do you put that much pressure on defenses and you still? He'll tell you, I was the last one there and the first one out in Atlanta. So he didn't take it as seriously. And they was, to your point, AllBall, I'm saying, he did all that. They were still kind of winning. And he was just playing off talent. That's pure, raw skill, talent. Not even skill, talent. So I don't know what the hell Ryan Clark is talking about.
And no disrespect, them niggas had to earn them spots, bro. They ain't have a certain last name. Vic had to earn that. He ain't have a Manning last name, bro. Like, come on, man. Like, so that's the thing I don't understand. Like, these guys are basketball savants, play the game at a high level, know the game like no other. And it's like, I don't understand how Michael Vick's name is never brought up when we talk about a talent perspective. Now, like I said, we talk about Super Bowls, he's not in that conversation. He didn't win. But when we start talking about generational talent, when we start talking about, a guy that had it all, when y'all revere Lamar Jackson, what do you think Michael Vick was? So for me, that's a name that I feel should be brought up way more. And they doing him dirty for whatever reason. I know he really don't care, but I'm saying for me, he was one of the greatest quarterbacks I love to watch. When Michael Vick was on TV, you are glued to the TV. I'm sorry. He was must-see TV. So Ryan Clark, man, it's just another opportunity you had to like bring up a name to really have a football conversation. And once again, you went for clicks and you dropped the ball on this one.
And that,
as usual.
By his second season in Virginia, was Virginia Tech. It was obvious.
Clear cut.
Yeah, like this wasn't even. So I love what you said. There is no Michael Vick Sr. There's no Grandpa Vick. This is Michael Vick that made that name. He got his crazy ass brother a job, man. Michael Vick was that dude. He was that deal. No matter what his flaws are or were, he put them under pressure. I couldn't believe it. He still came back after being locked up and was bananas. So, yes, you are 100% correct, AllBall. What is this guy thinking? Talent, we're talking about raw talent. Andrew Luck, that's the name you come up with. Then you say Tom Brady's not. Clearly, we forget part of your talent and skill set is also a mentality. And Ryan Clark, you be lacking some of that shit, man. This guy's bugged out. Is that your man for real, or am I making fun of you?
Yeah, I don't know when I ever showed allegiance or that's my guy.
I'm gonna stop.
I don't, but I just let you do what you do, my brother. So if that's my man's, that's my man.
No longer. I'm never attaching that man's name.
Ray Lewis out of pocket.
Oh shit.
Ray Lewis out of pocket.
Oh, the Shannon Sharp thing.
Just asking, is he out of pocket?
100%. You know why? No,
tell me why.
10 seconds. Shannon Sharp said it. When I was up top, he ain't had nothing to say.
He wasn't asked.
No. Hold on.
He wasn't asked.
And somehow he got found, though.
That's how these things happen. That's how these things. This is the world we live in right now. That's how this shit happens. If you think that white guy who we've seen sit, plenty of people, I forget his name right now, but plenty of people sit in front of that nigga and they talk.
He's Iranian.
He's strategic on who he brings up.
Yeah.
So you think that wasn't a strategic move to bring Ray Lewis up there?
Of course. But
he's out of pocket. I interrupted you. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. That's okay, man. I interrupt you all the time. Listen, it's
infectious.
Shannon Sharp, when he was interviewing Cat Williams, listen, where was Ray Lewis? That's all I'm saying, Flea. I'm saying keep the same energy. Shannon Sharp said it. Now that I'm on a decline and I got a little smoke. Now niggas are coming out the woodwork saying what they got to say. So I have no problem with what Ray Lewis said. To each his own. But do I think he was wrong for the timing of it? Yes, because if that's how you felt, say that early in the game. Because a lot of people say that about Shannon Sharp. Like, yo, his shit turning messy. I'm not really into that. Pop, pop, pop. So I just feel, Ray Lewis found, his little pocket, and now you want to jump out the window and say something. But, my opinion, I don't know why Ray Lewis cares. And if that's what fucked up their friendship, was you really my friend? Y'all didn't have a conversation?
But that was the whole argument about Kaepernick is what people are speculating. And he when they had a debate when it was on FS1 and the Kaepernick had a trial with the Ravens and Ray Lewis was arguing, no, we gave him a chance, and Shannon Sharp was like, no, you didn't. And Kaepernick was already crazy polarizing at that time. So they felt like they were calling Ray Lewis all kind of stuff on social media, and he probably feels like Shannon Sharp left him hanging out to dry and it was racial. And he probably felt like, well, yo, we both from the South, bro. That's how I think Ray Lewis is taking this plea.
I just feel like this.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's the speculation on how Ray Lewis is taking it.
But Ray Lewis is living a different kind of lifestyle, like on purpose, in front of everybody. So not you, OG, but for niggas to think that Ray Lewis is supposed to take to a platform and talk about his dislike for Shannon Sharp, just come out the woodworks and say, I don't like what Shannon is doing on his come up. That would look weird and goofy. You got asked the question, and so you answered it. We don't know the ins and outs of their relationship. And that's the other thing for me. Like, we talk from a privileged perspective only from what we see. But I don't know what's going on behind closed doors with him and Shannon Sharp. Ray Lewis can't be the only one that feels like Shannon is selling out just to get a couple of dollars, just to get views, just to do this, just to do that. He can't be the only one in Shannon. Sterling said it to him. Sterling, his own fucking brother, said, yo, you could do what you're doing, and I'm paraphrasing right now. You could do what you're doing, but I don't fuck with what you're doing right now. I'm cool on it. And again, I'm paraphrasing. But like, we acting like Shannon is some victim now. That's the piece that I don't like. Nigga, shut up. You up there like you a charity case. Now get the fuck out of here, bro. You did some goofy shit. You was running around here with your thumping your chest like you was the biggest sports media guy in the world. You were untouchable. The thing that takes down most black men, running around here with these white women.
Hey.
And now look at you.
Hold on, wait. Let me get my cool.
So now look at you. So we supposed to feel bad for you? Like, that's the shit I'm talking about. Like, we supposed to pick and choose when we supposed to talk about this shit? Nah, man. Nah. Shannon's a goofy, and people are calling him out on being goofy, right? When Cat Williams said it to him, when Monique said it to him, when somebody else said it to him, it's all good. And they don't know what the fuck they talking about. Come on. Stop it.
And
you did some dumb shit.
And there goes my problem. Cat Williams said it to him. Monique said it to him. Ray Lewis knows him better than both of them.
How do you know Ray Lewis ain't say that to him? How do we know that? Because
you went on somebody else's podcast to do all that. Give him the love. Show if you the super righteous religious dude that beat a charge that we all know about. When that happened, Shannon Sharp was saying, "Bro, you were staying in my crib when all that was happening."
Why are we talking? That's my other thing. Why are we bringing that up? Help me understand the relevance of what Ray Lewis did 25, 30 years ago. Help me understand the relevance right now.
Because let's not forget, Ray Lewis brought up the fact that I ain't never seen Shannon Sharp with no drink or nothing like that. Well, when was that? When you were living with him? Like, okay, he's not. So what? Okay, so he's living the secular lifestyle, whatever you want to call it. He took the devil's choice or whatever you want to call it. All right, cool, bro. But I don't want to see you on that dude's podcast who's already paying everybody to go on there, kind of looking like a scammer out here. That dude. Why are you giving him love? Whatever kind of beef you have, if that's ever your brother, if he was once your brother, how come you can't go to his show? Shannon Sharp got that easy.
That's not his choice, Fabian. You sound ridiculous. That's Shannon's choice.
Okay, but
I'm gonna bring you on my show.
I can't.
Why hasn't he done that?
I'm not gonna believe that whatever quarrel they may have, whatever beef they may have, there's no guy in between them that can't iron that out to at least be on that show or have a conversation.
Shannon is far left, bro. He's running around with 19-year-old white women. He's far left.
Okay.
It's not a nigga. It's not a nigga that's like still in the like still. I can still touch you and influence how you thinking. This nigga wants to be around a total different crowd. A total different crowd. Like, what do we like?
So what?
Nobody owes this nigga nothing. Nobody owes Shannon nothing.
your boys will always owe you something. I don't care if we have a falling out. That's dead wrong. Period. I'm not talking about you like that.
I felt
behind your
like
back.
that for a long time. I'm way different as I get closer and closer to 40. I look at that way different.
On a public platform. That's like that. Come on, that's unnecessary. That's all I'm saying.
So what you want him to do? Say no comment? I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah, you ain't gotta talk about shit like yo. I'm not really feeling what he's doing.
Honest now. That's not real.
That something keeping it real could go wrong. Like I don't.
How is that going wrong though?
Because of
somebody needed to say it. Somebody needed to say it because none of these other niggas is saying it.
He caught
you looking bad out here.
He lost $100 million off. He lost $100 million off this. There's what I'm saying is there's ways to go about this without just coming off that way. I never seen you. You went to the dog side. It's standing there. All right, cool. I need to go talk to him.
He needs this shit, Fabian.
Cool.
This nigga was running around here telling everybody about what his grandma and grandfather said, giving everybody advice, telling everybody how to live, telling everybody how to move. And now you look like now you got pie on your face. And we supposed to feel bad for you? No, I'm tired of that shit. No.
But it doesn't have to be that I feel bad for you. It could be that there's another way to do this, Ray Lewis.
No grace. Fuck that. No grace.
That's where I can agree with you with. We don't know what happened for him not to grant him any grace if that was your man. That's my thing.
What I'm saying. We don't know.
We don't. But I'm going by what I know. I don't know what the fuck happened. I do know that y'all was cool. Y'all could have been superstar. Ray Lewis on Shannon Sharp's podcast to talk football would be insane. What are we talking about right now? That would be one of the best football shows on YouTube, on anywhere. Shannon Sharp with anybody that talks football.
Shannon wants to be funny. He got Ocho Cinco sitting next to him.
Correct, but I'm saying there's another way with this, and I don't like Ray Lewis. If I don't know what was the point of this? It wasn't like you don't know how media works. It was I didn't like it. Is what I'm saying. If that was your man, you could have had this on his show for all that and promote your show with him. I want to hear Ray Lewis break down football, bro. He was a great football analyst when they invited him up there on FS1. Him and Shannon Sharp would talk ill. That was dope. That was must-see TV, along with Skip Bayless and all of them. They don't have to all reunite, but these are media magnates, and they didn't take advantage of that. And I don't like that Ray Lewis, to be righteous, I don't like that he went that way. I think he could have chosen a different wording, AllBall.
No, I mean, yeah, y'all both made great arguments. I can't. Neither one of y'all are wrong. You know, I just feel that it's obvious them two had a falling out because they were best friends, great friends. They said it on. I think this might have been the show with Skip and them a long time ago when they was on there, arguing and bickering, but it was all fun and games, and they said how close they were. And it's obvious ever since Shannon Sharp kind of just went into superstardom, it's like you don't hear him, see him talk about Ray Lewis in no form or fashion. So there was a big disconnect. Where did that happen? Don't know. But I kind of agree with both of y'all. I don't think Ray Lewis was wrong or right. Even if he said no comment, cool. But him commenting on it, I get it. I get it. But Flea might have a point. Me and Flea never agree. Shannon Sharp might need some tough love. He really might need some tough love because at this point, a lot of social media today, man, is just out of control. And like I always tell y'all, these guys don't need clout. They already have all the clout in the world. These guys are Hall of Famers, Super Bowl winners, athletes. Bro, what's the purpose? I keep telling y'all, it's Jerry Jones or Stephen A. Smith. I'm going to keep repeating it. It's a disease going on out there, bro. These guys looking at these views and these clicks, and this is what's running their life. And they need to be careful. But I told you, it's like to connect hand to hand. In. I don't get it. Even now, I think I just seen Shannon Sharp. I forgot who he was talking to. One of his couple last interviews. And some of the questions he asked, I'm just like, why are you asking that? So it's listen, bro, a lot of these dudes need a reality check, man. So y'all both are not wrong. I agree with both of y'all, but I get where Fabian is coming from, but it's starting to get too weird out here, man, with everybody.
Yeah, but I just, once you said the words tough love, once Flea said, why does, especially with some of the comments, how did we go from being that cool to being over here? And really I'm the one that changed. I'm the one that rose to stardom, and you never really changed. You had your moment of clarity when you beat the case, and then you from there you super religious. You never changed. He was always the same guy preaching the same thing. So I'm gonna have to flip on me and go join y'all on this one, because tough love and a realization like, yo, damn, I gotta really hold this down. Like, I really still have an opportunity to make this show, to make this platform a different level. So I gotta agree with y'all, Flea.
Just real quick, right? Because I love y'all, my brothers, and this is honest. This from the bottom of my heart. Social media is ruining the world, bro. Do y'all see what's going on with Dame Dash and Cam and them?
Yeah.
Right. And
Yeah.
I'm not. I don't want to. I'm just saying. Right. Exactly. But Flea, social media is turning everybody goofy, bro.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
right. And
yes.
so from that standpoint, I can see where Ray Lewis is going, yo, my dude. It comes a time and point where it's like, yo, bro, enough is enough. So I get it, man. And like I said, with these guys, definitely.
No, just think about this for a second, OG Fabian. Think about this. Think about this. We're talking about people that came up during an era. They came up with morals and values that have nothing to do with this social media shit. They've adapted at 45 plus years old, 50 plus years old to the shit that young people are doing. Young people have grown up in this social media world. We always talk about no cell phones at a certain point. We was wearing pages and beepers. We needed a couple quarters in our pocket to make a call at the payphone. There's a payphone on every corner in New York City, right? Like, people grew up during different eras. There was none of this where I could pop shit to you and put it on a public platform for everybody else who is not privy. Think about this. Me and you got an issue, OG. I go to social media to talk basically directly to you, but everybody else is in the conversation, giving their tidbits, giving their 2 cents. Damn, wasn't OG and Flea cool? What the fuck happened? Oh, this is what happens when niggas get stuck. All this speculation. They came up during a time where your morals and values were different, and they selling out to all this shit for views. Nah, it's corny.
And after seeing a couple of new podcasts come out that clearly have fake views, and everybody got fake this and fake that, y'all have got a bunch of bots. Drake is already, he's a snitch. He's a certified snitch now. This is crazy. He just snitched on everybody. I think Flea, the tech world really took over. Like, they really know exactly what we want to watch, what you want to listen to. Everything's about giving you that dopamine hit. This phone is really dope. It's the new dope. And I think the super duper stars don't need social media or they need to go on there every day and do this, like a Jay-Z. He comes to mind, like the guys that avoid this. Like, Drake is really in social media, which is weird to me. But the Rihannas of the world, the old style of superstars, they don't do interviews. They out the way because the mystique is gone, and people they forgot about it because that was what you were striving for with the Michael Jordan. We talked about the other day with the Glazing era, I saw how y'all behave with Michael Jordan. And was like, yeah, because they created that mystique, bro. They got out the way. You didn't see Mike like that. And whoa, if you were in the same spot with Mike, that is major. So social media, I don't know. It also tells me that Hollywood shrank to the smaller phone. What I've always believed, to where these guys Cameron's been entertaining us for 30 years. Shannon Sharp been entertaining us for 30 years, and this is what they're resorting to. And Shannon got the bag. So I don't know what we're gonna do about it, because we on this shit right now. We're about to clip it up and post it on social media too. So it's crazy.
Authenticity, there's a passion, there's a joy, we don't have, I want this thing to go through the roof. But I promise you, if we're not famous, I'm not worried about that. I don't care for being famous or walking out the door and somebody said, yo, is that Colin? It don't matter. I don't want that. OG talks about that all the time. This is not what we're doing this for. We're doing this because we love it, right? And there's money to be made with this shit. So you turn a passion into a line of income. I don't see what the problem with that is. But this whole selling out and doing weird shit just to get the views and just to get the traction, I have a tug of war with, right? I have a tug of war with. Fabian always reminds me, this shit is wrestling. He always reminds me of that shit. This shit is fucking wrestling. And 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I'll be like, Fabian, shut up. What are you talking about? I get it. I get it.
That's why my last point, Sade is the GOAT.
Go back to that.
I love saying that. I love that.
No,
I love when he says that.
no. You know why? Because that's one person that proved she goes against the grain. Bro, you don't have to do fuckboy shit. You don't have to do sucker shit. Go about your business. Be respectful. Bro, you don't know who her man is. You don't even know if she got kids, bro. But I guarantee you, if she say I'm showing up to do a concert here, it's selling out. With no real social media presence. No in the tabloids. No sucker shit. And she gonna be singing songs from 30 years ago. Bro, it's possible. Right.
He still hit. Yep.
So for these guys to be doing what they doing, bro, it's terrible. It's terrible. So for me, another name, when we start talking about some of the greatest to ever do it, from a artist standpoint, Sade is up there with Mike and them, bro. Because what she's doing, imagine Mike and Prince if they really was living, God rest their souls, and was into social media. Bro, they will break the internet.
Oof.
Mike might have 1 billion followers, bro.
Michael Jackson.
Like really think about this shit.
I ain't trying to ruin your point, bro, but Michael's looking bad out here.
It was bad work without the social media, right?
Oh, sucker.
That was, bro.
Are we live?
Big Flea. Never the little one.
Biggest, y'all. This was good. This was great.
Next Tuesday, y'all. AllBall TV, 8 p.m. Be there, be square. Probably tapping into some more football vibes. I will be getting better, Flea. I'm starting to get the itch.
I see it. I ain't saying nothing. I was gonna say it offline. I see it.
It's
go watch you a couple games this year, right?
Yeah,
come on, baby. Go watch a couple games.
Man. It's a special place. That was the first. I probably watched football, baseball first, but football, the way I learned how to watch football, what's 4th and Inches? What's this? Oh shit, Channel 2, John Madden was on with Pat Summerall. It was my aunt's ex-husband. I was teaching me like, nah, yo, football is different, man. Oh, ball. Polo.
Yeah, I ain't got time for this.
Polo Ranch. You go to the Polo Ranch?
It's at Palo.
AllBall TV. They scared, but I'm not. They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.